I'm saving my blood and spit for my honeymoon. That's one of my favorite quotes from my favorite characters from my all-time favorite TV shows. Not only is this TV show very fun-loving and relatable, but it's also very realistic and teaches lots of awesome values. The show I'm talking about, Bob's Burgers. If you like shows like Family Guy, Bless the Hearts, Archer, King of the Hill, or even The Simpsons, you might like Bob's Burgers. But if adult animations like that just aren't your thing because of their humor, but you still love silly adult animations, you might just like Bob's Burgers too. My main point here is to let you know why I love Bob's Burgers and why I definitely recommend it for you and your family. There's tons of reasons, but I'll go with the main ones. One reason is the fact the humor just isn't offensive. It's actually really relatable and fun-loving. The jokes are continuously entertaining, and they have inside jokes that go over all the seasons, so you can you're always involved. It's relatable and quirky and never over the top. They never use race, religion, or any of those other things to create a joke or justify anything. They have super diverse casts as well. They have tons of characters that make appearances and tons of main characters that are always present that are very diverse in their race, sexuality, genders, and religious values and things like that. And all of these people have their own personalities, their own sense of humor, and their own sense of being as one in the show. Nobody is like the other. And I think that's really cool. It gives you somebody to love, no matter who you are in your family. Another reason is parts of the script are actually improvised by the cast. The characters are shaped around the cast and the actors, and the personalities of the characters are actually shaped around the actors too. And so when the actors are actually able to improvise and make the characters come to life with the script, it brings more imagination and love, and it makes you feel like you're more like a family vibe. I feel like it never gets boring, and it never gets boring, and the obscure guests that show up on the show are definitely some that you'll never forget. They have guest characters and surprise characters that are sometimes just so out of this world and funny that you definitely could see them as being people in the real world. Sometimes you wish that these people would make another appearance in the shows just because they were really funny. You get to see everybody's stories in this way too. It creates a broader viewpoint of the whole show. They have different episodes where it revolves around different characters, and nobody's ever really left out. The next thing I love is the fact that the animation is super top notch. The facial expressions and body language of the characters definitely correlate with the dialogue given. They also have super awesome daydream scenes that are super animated, super colorfully. They match the songs of these daydreams to the moods and personalities of these characters, so nobody's daydream is like anybody else's, as it should be. You know, because in the real life, is your daydream really like anybody else's? And another reason that I love it, and my main final reason that I love it, is the family overall. The family, the Belchers, is top notch. Sometimes I find myself hoping that my family in the future kind of ends up like that. I get told a lot that I'm a little bit like Linda Belcher, but hey, that's fine too. They always back each other up, and that's one thing I really love. That's one of the great values that the show teaches. They teach that you should always help each other get out of trouble, even if that trouble isn't something you always agree with, because family should always be there. They always have positive themes and positive values. They're always teaching things about protecting each other, protecting others, protecting what you love, standing for what you love, and doing what makes you happy no matter what. A lot of the reasons that I love this family is because overall, Linda and Bob are really great parents. They never make their kids seem like less, they never belittle them, they never call them horrible names, they never call them out on when they get in trouble. They kind of just tell them, hey, you know, that's not what we do, maybe we shouldn't do that again. But overall, the Belchers end up getting their kids out of trouble hand in hand. They have a lot of heart and character involved in this show. It's super truthful and respectable too. It's a family that you could relate your own family to. They talk about their conflicts, their fights, their depths, their troubles, and all of these things too. You can tell it's just like any other family. Issues with each other, issues with rent, issues with keeping your business alive, everything and all. As you can see, it's kind of like a real family, and I think that's really cool. The ratings, well, IMDb says it's 8.1 out of 10, and Rotten Tomatoes says it's 91%. So I don't know, but that seems like some pretty good ratings to me. Except one review on Rotten Tomatoes did say Bob's Burgers would end, but that review was from 2016, and here we are, 2020, starting a new season. Well, they also actively involve their fan base, which is super awesome. They have this one episode called Brunch Squatch, where the whole thing is made up of fan art. So each individual scene is made up of a different type of fan art, so nothing kind of goes together. But it's pretty cool because they make a whole script for it anyway. They're also super active on Instagram and Twitter. On Sundays, whenever they post their episodes, they're always actively posting and answering questions and making jokes about the episode as well. Just kind of making connections with the characters, making connections with their viewers, and making everything feel like one big happy family, as a show should. My favorite characters are Louise and Teddy. Maybe give it a watch or two. With all these wonderful characters with so many personalities and so many relatable problems, you're bound to love a character or two too. Thank you.